Hello friends, welcome back to i-TUTOR NCERT series. Today we are going to discuss Class 7 Geography NCERT, Chapter 8 Human Environment Interactions, the Tropical and the Subtropical Region. Let's begin. First one is life in the Amazon Basin. Okay, so let's discuss about the life of the Amazon Basin. The tropical region lies very close to the equator between 10 degree north and 10 degrees south latitudes. So it is referred as the equatorial region. So this area is known as equatorial region because they are very close to the equator between 10 degree north and 10 degrees south. The river Amazon flows through this region. Okay, so the river Amazon flows through this region. The place where a river flows into another body of water is called the river mouth. Numerous tributaries join the Amazon River to form the Amazon Basin. The river basin drains portions of Brazil, parts of Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia, and a small part of Venezuela. Okay? Now, look at here. What is tributaries? Tributaries are small rivers that join the main river. Okay, so these are small rivers that join the main river. The main river, along with all its tributaries that drain an area, forms the river basin or the catchment area. So the Amazon basin is the largest river basin in the world. So Amazon basin is the largest river basin in this world. Okay, so that is tributaries and river basin. Now, climate of Amazon basin. As you know, the Amazon basin stretches directly on the equator and is characterized by hot and wet climate. Okay, so what is the climate? It's hot and wet climate throughout the year. Both day and night are almost equally hot and humid. So both day and nights are almost equally hot and humid. The skin feels sticky, okay, because of the high humidity. It rains almost every day. Okay, so almost every day it rains there. And two, without much warning. The rain came without much warning. The day temperatures are high with very high humidity. So the temperatures of the day are very high and very high humidity. At night, the temperature goes down, but the humidity remains high. Okay, so the place is always humid. Now, rainforest. As it rains heavily in this region, thick forests grow. The forests are in fact so thick that the dense roof created by leaves and branches does not allow the sunlight to reach the ground. Okay, we already discussed about the tropical rainforest. Okay, because there also the trees are, or the leaves of the trees are like leaves of the trees and the branches are just not allowed to sunlight to reach the ground. Okay, that is the tropical rainforest. And here also the rainforest in Amazon. Okay, that not allow the sunlight or that prevent the sunlight to reach the ground. The ground remains dark and damp. Only shade-tolerant vegetation may grow here. Orchids, bromeliads grow as plant parasites. Okay. The rainforest is rich in fauna. Birds such as toucans, hummingbirds, birds of paradise with their brilliantly colored plumage, oversized bills for eating make them different from birds we commonly see in India. Okay, so the birds there are very different from the birds from India. Okay, so the birds are very different. Look at this picture. This is toucans. Okay. Now, these birds also make loud sounds in the forest. Animals like monkeys, sloth, and ant-eating tapirs are found here. So it is rich in fauna. Okay, and also there are many types of birds, animals also found here. Now, various species of reptiles and snakes also thrive in these jungles. Crocodiles, snakes, pythons abound. Anaconda and boa constrictor. There are some species also found in these forests. Okay, so the anaconda and boa constrictor are some of the species found in this area. Beside the basin is home to thousands of species of insects. Several species of fish, including the flesh-eating piranha fish. Okay, I think have you heard about the flesh-eating piranha fish? So this is also found in this river. This basin is thus extraordinarily rich in variety of life found here. Okay, so the rainforest or the Amazon basin is rich in the fauna. Now, people of the rainforest. People grow most of their food in small areas after clearing some trees in the forest. While men hunt and fish along the rivers, women take care of the crops. So, women are taking care crops in this basin. They mainly grow tapioca, pineapple, and sweet potato. As hunting and fishing are uncertain, it is the women who keep their families alive by feeding the vegetables they grow. The practice of slash and burn agriculture. Okay, so they practice slash and burn agriculture. The staple food is manioc. Okay, so the staple food in the Amazon basin is manioc, also known as cassava, that grows under the ground like potato. Okay, so the cassava or the manioc grows under the ground just like the potato. They also eat cunes and egg sacs. Okay, so they eat cunes and egg sacs. Cash crops like coffee, maize, and cocoa are also grown. The rainforest provides a lot of wood for the houses. Some families live in thatched houses shaped like beehives. There are other large apartments like houses called maloca with a steeply slanting roof. So, the maloca are houses found in the river forest, so as Amazon river basins. Okay, so maloca are the houses found in the Amazon river basin. Now, life of the people of the Amazon basin is slowly changing. In the older days, the heart of the forest could be reached only by navigating the river. In 1970s, the Trans-Amazon highways. Okay, so in 1917, the Trans-Amazon highways made all parts of the rainforest accessible. Aircraft and helicopters are also used for reaching various places. The indigenous population was pushed out from the area and forced to settle in new areas where they continued to practice their distinctive way of farming. Okay. Look at this. Bromeliads are special plants that store water in their leaves. Animals like frogs use these pockets of water for laying their eggs. So the plant is known as bromeliads. Okay. Now, the developmental activities are leading to the gradual destruction of the biological diversity of rainforest. It is estimated that a large part of or large area of rainforest has been disappearing annually in the Amazon basin. You can see that this destruction of the forest had a much wider implication. The topsoil is washed away as the rains fall and the lush forest turns into barren landscape. Okay, so that's about the Amazon river basin. Now, next one is life in the Ganga-Brahmaputra basin. The tributaries of river Ganga and Brahmaputra together form the Ganga-Brahmaputra basin in the Indian subcontinent. The basin lies in the subtropical region that is situated between 10° north and 30° north latitudes. Okay, the Amazon river basin is situated in the equatorial region. Okay, that is between 10° north and 10° south. But this Ganga-Brahmaputra basin that is situated between 10° north and 30° north latitudes. The tributaries of the river Ganga like the Ghagra, the Son, the Chambal, the Gandhak and the Kosi are tributaries of Brahmaputra drainage. So these are the tributaries of Ganga. First one is Ghagra, the Son, the Chambal, the Gandhak and the Kosi. And also the Brahmaputra tributaries drain this area. The plains of the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, the mountains and the foothills of the Himalayas and the Sundarbans Delta are the main features of this basin. Okay, so what are the places consisting in this place? The first one is the plains of the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, then the mountains and foothills of the Himalayas and Sundarban Delta. Okay, so these are that's found in the West Bengal region, Sundarban Delta. So these are the main features of this basin. Oxbow lakes dot this plain area. Okay, so what is Oxbow lake? This is a river in its meander form and the lakes formed on this side. Okay, from the river, or this side from the river. Okay, after the meandering of the river, a lake formed. This is called Oxbow Lake. We already discussed about this in the last class. Okay, so this is Oxbow Lake. Now, the area is dominated by monsoon climate. The monsoon brings rains from mid-June to mid-September. The summers are hot and the winters are cool. Okay. Now, the basin area has varied topography. The environment plays a dominant role in the distribution of the population. The mountain areas with steep slopes have inhospitable terrain. Therefore, less number of people live in the mountain area of the Ganga-Brahmaputra basin. So, the mountains are not good for the living of people. So, that's why people don't choose the mountain area. The plain area provides the most suitable land for human habitation. So, plains are most suitable for human habitation. The soil is fertile. Agriculture is the main occupation of the people, where flat land is available to grow crops. The density of population of the plains is very high. The main crop is paddy. Since cultivation of paddy requires sufficient water, it is grown in the areas where amount of rainfall is high. Wheat, maize, sorghum, gram and millets are the other crops that are grown in this region. And also cash crops like sugarcane, jutes are also grown here. Banana plantations are seen in some areas of the plain. In West Bengal and Assam, tea is grown in plantation. Okay, so in West Bengal and Assam, we can see the tea cultivation or tea plantation. Silk is produced through the cultivation of silkworms in part of Bihar and Assam. In the mountains and hills, where the slopes are gentle, crops are grown on terraces. Okay, so these are the main crops. Okay, first one is wheat, maize, sorghum, gram and millets, and also cash crops like sugar and jute. Then banana plantations are seen in some areas, and in West Bengal and Assam the tea plantations are there, and also they produce silk from the silkworms in Bihar and Assam. Now, the vegetation cover of the area varies according to the type of landform. In the Ganga and Brahmaputra plain, tropical deciduous trees grown. Okay, so in this plain, tropical deciduous trees are grown, along with teak, sal and peepal. Thick bamboo grows are common in the Brahmaputra plain. The delta area is covered with the mangrove forest. Okay, so we know that important mangrove forests in India are the Sundarban. Okay, Sundarban Delta. There is also the mangrove forest can be seen. In parts of Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh, coniferous trees like pine, deodar and fir can be seen because the climate is cool and slopes are steep. Okay, so in some parts of Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh, we can see the coniferous trees. Example, pine, deodar and fir. They can be seen because the climate is cool and the slopes are steep. The unhorned rhinoceros is found in the Brahmaputra river basin. Okay, the unhorned rhinoceros are found in the Brahmaputra plain. In the delta area, Bengal tiger, crocodiles and alligator are found. Aquatic life abounds in the fresh river waters, the lakes and the Bay of Bengal Sea. The most popular variety of the fish are the rohu, katla and hilsa. Fish and rice is the staple diet of the people living in this area. Now, terraces are built on steep slopes to create flat surfaces on which crops are grown. We discussed about the terrace here. Okay. The crops are grown in terrace. Okay, so what is terrace? Terraces are built on steep slopes to create flat surface on which crops are grown. The slope is removed so that water does not run off rapidly. Now, in the freshwater of the river Ganga and the river Brahmaputra, a variety of dolphin locally called susu, okay, that is blind dolphin. The presence of susu is an indication of the health of river. The untreated industrial and urban wastage with high amount of chemicals are killing the species. So this is the blind dolphin, okay, or susu. Okay, this dolphin is the blind dolphin or the susu. What is the importance? The presence of susu is an indicator of the health of the river. Now, The Ganga Brahmaputra plain has several big towns and cities. The cities of Allahabad, Kanpur, Varanasi, Lucknow, Patna and Kolkata, all with a population of more than 10 lakhs, are located along the river Ganga. The wastewater from these towns and industries is discharged into the rivers, and this leads to the pollution of the river. All the four ways of transport are well developed in the Ganga Brahmaputra basin, that is, roadways, railways, waterways, and airways. So, in the plain area, the roadways and railways transport the people from one place to another. The waterways is an effective means of transport, particularly along the river. Kolkata is an important port on the river Hooghly. The plain area also has a large number of airports. So there are all four ways of transport are available in this Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Tourism is another important activity of the basin. Taj Mahal on the banks of river Yamuna in Agra, Allahabad on the confluence of the river Ganga, Yamuna, then Buddhist stupas in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, Lucknow with its Imambras, Assam with its Kaziranga and Manas National Park or the wildlife sanctuaries, and Arunachal Pradesh with a distinct tribal culture are some of the places worth a visit. Okay, so these are the tourism sector in this area or in this basin. Okay, so that's about this chapter. If you have any doubts, you can comment below. For more videos, do like, share, subscribe.